Hey family, it's Sonia here, and I wanted to not only share our Kauai trip with y'all, but also share some of the things that I learned while planning for our trip that made it so absolutely magnificent. I feel like the pictures and videos will never do the island justice, so I hope that you can use some of our itinerary to experience it for yourselves. While in Kauai, I learned so much about the history and the culture of the Hawaiian Islands, and I definitely want to share more of it. But in the interest of time, I'll have to save that super interesting information for another video. There is so much to see and do on Kauai that we chose to spend 9 nights on the island, split up between the southern side and the northern side. To explore every adventure, you'll definitely want to rent a vehicle, ideally a 4-wheel drive, in advance. We waited too late, about a month before the trip, and there were no Jeeps left. Fortunately, we scored one in Maui, but that's another video. We started our trip on the southern side of the island, staying in Poipu. Since our flight from the East Coast was a tad brutal, our first full day on the South Shore was a free day, meaning that we didn't have any activities reserved, just a list of some of the things that we could do at any time. Activities such as hiking the Mahaulepu Trail, checking out the monk seals on Poipu Beach, visiting the amazing Waimea Canyon, exploring and hiking around Makauwahi Cave, and the nearby Turtle Reserve. On our free days, we also went to Wailua Falls and could go snorkeling and surfing and so much more. While staying on the south side of the island, we reserved 3 activities in advance: a boat tour, a helicopter tour, and an amazing botanical gardens tour. The Nepali Coast is on the northwestern side of the island. You cannot drive the area because it's so rugged, and some of the best ways to see this absolutely stunning coastline are by boat and air. While staying on the south side of the island, we took a raft tour of the Nepali Coast through Captain Andy's. Check out my description below for more details on how to reserve a boat tour. During the end of the winter season, we were there in March, the seas can be very rough, so be sure to leave some open days in your itinerary so that you can reschedule if the seas are too rough to explore the caves or even stop on shore for lunch on a secluded beach, if your tour includes it. We definitely had to reschedule, so I'm glad we had some free days. While on Kauai, because the best way to see the magnificent Nepali Coast is by sea or air, I highly recommend a helicopter tour. It's well worth the money, and we chose Blue Hawaiian based on the ratings and in the guidebooks that we used. Again, you can find all the info that you need in the description, but we also made reservations in advance to explore the National Tropical Botanical Gardens, where we learned all about the types of tropical food that can be grown on the island and saw the amazing Jurassic Park trees. While staying on the northern side of the island at the gorgeous Hanalei Bay Resort, we reserved hiking for the first 2 miles of the Kalalau Trail in advance. You need another permit to go further along the coast on that trail. While this is not the easiest hike I've ever done, it is well worth the climbing and sometimes difficult terrain. The next day, after laying around on the beach a little, we did an excellent food tour of Hanalei Bay, where we learned all about what goes into the finest, most incredible poke ever, and delicious chocolate making, as well as other local food staples and culture. During our free days on the North Shore, we did one of my favorite highlights of the trip. We went surfing. I learned to get up on a surfboard and ride the waves in Hanalei Bay from an absolutely excellent instructor from the Titus Kinimaka's Hawaiian School of Surfing. During this trip, we also flew to Maui, so keep an eye out for videos from there, including mountain biking in Maui. Drop any questions you have in the comments. Mahalo for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I cannot wait to go back again. Aloha, and we love you, Ohana.